Hey guys, this here is Fred. Fred is just a head, but what we're going to do today is we're actually going to provide airway support for Fred here. So Fred to the side so you can actually see kind of what we're looking at here. In your lecture, it'll talk about airway adjuncts. This is essentially, you have to pull the head up, like just the jaw forward, so people don't snore. So this is like snoring respirations. Anytime you hear that on a scenario, snoring respirations, you have to protect the airway. You have to say manual jaw thrust, head tilt, chin lift. Those are the keys. If you're going to be bagging them, you need to put an airway device in. It's to ensure that the airway has as much support as it can. And it also will make your hands not so tired. How these things work is it essentially puts a space between the tongue and like the back of the mouth. Here, just in like this, and so it'll rest like right on the teeth. How you're going to size it is it's an OPA, so oral pharyngeal airway. It goes in the mouth, oral, pharyngeal, pharynx, airway. So you're going to go from the mouth, the corner of the mouth, to the tip of the earlobe. So this is too short. This is a little too long, if you can tell. Let's see, from the corner of the mouth to the earlobe. Hey, look, this is probably the right size. For adults, usually their tongue is like the giant floppy and in the way. So it's hard to go anatomically. A lot of times you have to go from the side or upside down to get past the tongue and then rotate it and insert it the rest of the way. With babies, the hard palate in the top of their mouth is not developed fully, and we don't want to be puncturing into their brain. So you cannot insert it upside down with an infant. You have to go anatomically with them. But I'll show you here. So I sized it up. You're going to insert it at a 90-degree angle, rotate, and have it rest. This should actually bring that jaw forward. Most of the time you're going to be doing this, the patient's going to be laying on the ground. But for this demonstration, I want you to be able to see from the side that I basically put it in like this. So you can go upside down and rotate, or you can go just at a 90-degree angle and rotate. Then you can put a BVM on them and bag them. The other airway that we have is a nasal pharyngeal airway. It's kind of like a little straw. The smaller the airway, the smaller the straw, which means by the time it gets to infant size, it's not going to be a straw, it's just going to be a solid tube. So there's no baby sizes of the NPA, or nasal pharyngeal airway. So the OPA went from the corner of the mouth to the ear. Can you imagine where this goes? From the corner, or from the nostril to the ear. So from here, from the nose to the ear, usually this is about the size of their pinky, not your pinky, their pinky. You want to lube this up, and most of them come with a lubricant, but for the mannequin, we got to use mannequin lube. So you would just basically, if I can get the lube to work, there we go. Put lube on it, make sure it's lubed up. You're going to go bevel towards the septum. You want the bevel towards the septum. You can put it in this way, bevel towards the septum, or you can put it in this way. And that's because this is flat, and usually we flare out in our nostrils, and you don't want it getting caught on anything. You don't want to get it caught on the skin. If it's going to hit anything, it'll be like boogers or broken bones or anything. If there is broken bones, you cannot put this in because you might go through a space that shouldn't be and puncture into their brain. So here we go, NPA. Put it nasal in, and it will naturally start to curve. If you feel super resistant, stop, go into the other nostril. So, and rest right there. Kind of call it a nasal trumpet because it's got like a little horn. If you put it in this side, kind of looks like it's going upside down, but it will naturally rotate into the airway. It does the same thing as the OPA, it's just not nearly as effective. And again, it provides just a little bit of a straw space. So that is OPA and NPA in a nutshell.